Montgomery County Sheriff's deputies have made an arrest following the shooting death of an Alabama State University student. This is McCloud Jr. He was taken into custody and charged with capital murder. He's being held without bond. McCloud is accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend, Gennia Grimes, in the town of Pike Road. The crime scene was at a convenience store off Highway 80 in the Wall community.
I mean, this is somebody that she loved. When he came here, my family treated him like he was our family.
The couple met at Alabama State University and had dated for about 2 years. She was a dancer, and he, at the time, played football before leaving school before the 2024 season.
Full of life, full of energy. As you all just said earlier, super flexible, you know. She was a honeybee, which is a big girl dance line at ASU, but size does not matter. It did not stop her. She was splitting, pirouetting, doing all the things that any ballerina can do, and I think that's what allowed her to really stand out.
Going through this case, I'm staring at one line in the incident report, and it drops like a stone in my chest. Victim suffered a single gunshot wound to the head inside a moving vehicle. That victim was Gennia Grimes, 21 years old, a new mom, a rising dance star. On March the 27th, 2025, she was alive, laughing, full of energy, being her usual vibrant self.
It was never down here like that. It never came down here, man.
Minutes later, she was bleeding out on Highway 80 near Montgomery, Alabama. The only witness, her boyfriend, McCloud Jr.
Investigators say that her boyfriend was with her the entire time and told them that she had shot herself.
My cousin had called him, and he said to her that Jenna had shot herself, and she asked what she was. He put the FaceTime on her with blood on his shirt, blood on his hands.
But investigators say the forensics, ballistics, residue, bullet trajectory tell another story.
We've been thoroughly investigating that case all week.
Investigators said that there were conflicting stories from McCloud about what actually happened.
He was the one who said that, she'd done this to herself, and nobody believed him.
In the end, neither did investigators.
So what's the truth? And who's trying to bury it? Before we get too deep, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you find value in these discussions. Montgomery County, Alabama. A place steeped in civil rights history, now facing a disturbing surge in domestic violence homicides.
It has its ups and downs. Montgomery is real diverse. We have black people, white people, Mexican, Latinos. Depends on what side of Montgomery you're born and raised on or live on.
Our area here is pretty much crime is everywhere, gangs everywhere.
We're on the south side of Montgomery, Alabama, Bergen Road, where everything happened. It's $1 million street. No bullshit.
Ain't nothing to do out there big but shit. That's why I be so many killings and shooting.
Deputies here recorded 61 killings in 2024, and when Gennia's call came in, they were desperate not to add another name to 2025's list. Deputies arrived to find Gennia critically wounded in the passenger seat. She was airlifted to a trauma center while investigators began collecting evidence. The most pressing question hit immediately. What happened inside that car? And why did Rogers call his mother before he called 911?
He called after he got off the phone with his mom. I guess she told him what to say, like when she called the police. And I feel like the mom should go to jail.
I scroll through her Instagram. Purple curls, the Honeybees Dance Squad uniform, Fans cheering, "Go girl!" Gennia was Atlanta-born, went viral in high school for a halftime dance move that stopped everyone cold. At Alabama State University, she majored in criminal justice. Yeah, the same system now investigating her death. She was set to graduate in August and had dreams of becoming a lawyer. 9 months before she died, she gave birth to Rogers McCloud III. Her friends say she was all in, dancing with baby bottles in her bag, writing papers while doing night feedings. A self-inflicted gunshot wound? From someone planning graduation outfits? I keep asking, does that make sense? Rogers McCloud Jr. was a football lineman, 400 pounds on the field, and, allegedly, carrying a jealousy even heavier off it. Weeks before the shooting, he supposedly smashed her phone and iPad over texts she found on his.
A few weeks ago, she found something in his phone, and he got mad, and he broke her iPad, he broke her phone, he tried to break her TV.
She replaced them, stayed with him. Then family said her tuition money vanished right before the shooting.
My cousin was up here like 2 weeks ago. She got some tuition money because her tuition was due. My family gave her money. He took the money. It had to be like he took the money. She asked him about the money, and he probably just crashed out.
That same day, they argued again. Did that fight turn deadly in the car? Experts in domestic abuse say control tightens when one partner senses the other gaining independence. And Gennia had that in full. Popularity, goals, her own tuition account. Meanwhile, Rogers was slipping. Trouble on the team, slipping in class. Is that the pressure cooker that leads to violence? Thursday, March the 27th, around 7:30 p.m., Highway 80 East. Rogers told deputies Gennia grabbed his gun, put it to her head and fired. But the wound was on the left side. Gennia was right-handed.
Gennia Grimes, she was right-handed. The gunshot wound was to the left.
Investigators noted that in their initial report. Gunshot residue tests. Almost no trace on her hands. The official lab results are sealed, but sources confirm the timeline doesn't sit right with law enforcement. In body cam footage reviewed by the DA, Rogers repeats, she did it, but gives no explanation, no why. He also admits calling his mother, Ayanna Crawford Taylor, before dialing 911. If he'd just seen his girlfriend shoot herself, why reach for mum first?
He waited and called his mom before dialing 911.
He called after he got off the phone with his mom. I guess she told him what to say when she called the police, and I feel like the mom should go to jail for accessory to a crime.
Deputies searched the car. Inside, they found a single shell casing on the floorboard, blood spatter that matched close-range discharge. But the angle suggested the shooter was to Gennia's right, not self-inflicted. GPS data showing the car kept moving for half a mile after the shot. Did Rogers drive with her, slumped next to him, trying to figure out his next move? Sheriff Derek Cunningham told reporters. The evidence just wasn't linking up. Behind the scenes, the sheriff's office coordinated with state authorities and the DA. They pulled Snapchat records, talked to Rogers' teammates about past aggression, and chased the trail of the missing tuition money. 3 autopsy sessions, ballistic tests, and dozens of interviews later, on April 4th, deputies showed up with a capital murder warrant. In Alabama, that charge carries serious weight. Life without parole, or even the death penalty. Prosecutors believe the murder happened during an act of domestic violence inside a vehicle, an aggravating factor under state law. On April 7th, Rogers appeared in court, shackled and silent. A deputy testified about the residue test the left side entry wound. The judge denied bond, saying Rogers was an extreme danger to the community and to witnesses. He hasn't entered a plea. His lawyer hints at an accident defense. So, what is this? Accident, suicide, or murder? A grand jury will decide first. Indictment is expected later this spring. Then possibly a jury of 12. News of Rogers' arrest spread like wildfire across TikTok and X. The hashtags Justice for Gennia Grimes, Say Her Name, Domestic Violence Awareness trended regionally within 24 hours. Former Honeybees dancers posted tribute routines. ASU students held a candlelight vigil, live-streamed to thousands. A GoFundMe titled Justice for Gennia Grimes, Funeral and Family Support, raised over $65,000 in 1 week. Comments read, "We won't let your voice be silenced." Angela Grimes, Gennia's mother, posted a video from her daughter's gravesite. She whispered to the camera, "Baby, the world is fighting for you." It hit 2.3 million views. Purple heart emojis flooded in, Gennia's favourite colour. But the fight isn't just online. Gennia's family is battling for custody of baby Rogers III, saying Ayanna Crawford Taylor, his paternal grandmother, kept the child from them for 10 days. A custody hearing is coming. The question hangs. Will that boy grow up with a story of justice or a lifetime of questions? Right now, Rogers McCloud Jr. is sitting in a cell in Montgomery County, waiting. Prosecutors are lining up forensic experts, doctors, and domestic violence specialists. The defense is hiring its own ballistic analyst. The community is watching, grieving, angry, and waiting for answers. One fact is undeniable. A young woman is dead. Someone fired that gun. Whether the jury hears a confession, a defense of panic, or claims of a tragic mistake, the forensics will speak. The question is, will the courtroom listen? Every time I try to close Gennia's file, something pulls me back in. Why did he keep driving after the shot? Who took the tuition money? Where is the official GSR report? Until those blanks are filled in, I can't look away. And neither should anyone who cares about truth. I owe it to a mother who will never see her daughter graduate. I owe it to a baby boy who'll grow up asking what happened. I'll keep digging through court dockets, filing public records requests, pressing officials who'd rather stay quiet. Because silence lets the wrong answers win. And until the last gavel hits, I've got one question that won't quit. Who pulled the trigger and who pays the price?
Anytime something's going on in your relationship that's not right, share it with someone. Don't hold back.
I hope these stories help you recognize warning signs and encourage you to seek help or offer support before it's too late. I'll see you in the next episode of Crime of Passion. Thank you for watching.